Hello everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a spirit baby reading. We're going to get right into it. So last night I kept getting a download messages from spirit about old wives tales. They just kept saying old wives tales, and then they wanted me to research a few of them. So I did that, and then I wrote some messages down for this reading. So some of the old wives tales that I was seeing were saying to have a hearty breakfast. Apparently that can help you in conceiving. Lying back after being intimate. And then it was also saying like heavy lifting can be harmful, so you don't want to be heavy lifting when you are trying to conceive. And there's also one that said appendix removal can damage fertility, but that is like proven not to be an old wives' tale. Like that obviously has like some scientific proof to it. And then the other one was certain foods that are associated with fertility, and it said something about a banana. So it's like the foods are kind of like phallus shaped, but if you research, there will be certain foods that are connected with fertility that helps women, and also there's different foods that are connected with fertility that help men and their sperm count. And then spirit were giving me messages about old wives' tales and things that you can do while it's Christmas time. So I have heard of the first one. They were saying to put a blanket under the Christmas tree, like put a baby blanket, wrap it up and put a baby blanket under the Christmas tree and like leave it there over the Christmas period. And then they were also saying to hang newborn shoes on your Christmas tree. If you get some little newborn shoes or little, like, you know, the socks that kind of look like shoes, they have like the bits underneath that so you don't slip. They were showing me those little socks as well, to put those on the Christmas tree. And then they were also saying to place like a cherub under the Christmas tree and on top. So you want a little cherub on top of the Christmas tree and then also underneath. And they were saying to get ornaments that have a certain name on, and this name will obviously be connected to your spirit baby. So it could be a name that you've got on your baby names list that you hang on your Christmas tree or you hang around the house. And they were saying to do these things and to leave them. Obviously you'll be having your tree up and having all your Christmas decorations up if you celebrate through December, but they're also saying to leave it throughout January, to leave it till the end of January. And then I was seeing it's from The Proposal, the film The Proposal, but I was seeing a scene where the grandma gives them a baby making blanket, because she obviously thinks that this couple are like actually a couple and are in love, and isn't unaware that they are pretending to be a couple in order for her, Sandra Bullock. I forgot who the character is that she plays, but obviously she's trying not to get deported back to Canada. So she's a book editor. You might have seen it. If you haven't, I feel like it has messages in there for some of you, but it's called The Proposal. But that movie was coming through, and the grandma giving them the baby making blanket. So a baby making blanket was coming through. Maybe some of you guys could have like a grandma or an elder in your family who knits things, and she could knit a blanket. If she knows that you're trying to conceive, she could like knit you a blanket for good luck. But that is coming through for someone. And then they also said music playing around the house that makes you want to get up and dance, but not just you, like the whole household. That gets the whole household moving and wanting to get up and dance. And I was hearing that kind of like cheese music. But then there was also a song that spirit were putting into my head when I was sitting here meditating, getting ready to start the reading. They were putting Ariana Grande, Sweetener, in my head. I just read the first part. It says, when life deals us cards, make everything taste like it is salt. Then you come through like the sweetener you are to bring the bitter taste to a halt. But I was hearing this part where it says, and then you get it, hit it. So that obviously is talking about intimacy. That's what the song is about. For some of you guys, you could be fans of Ariana Grande. Maybe you like this song, but this could also just be spirit talking about a connection between you and your partner. Like you're very sweet together, and I'm hearing make love. So obviously, in order to conceive a child, you need to be being intimate with your partner and making love. But there's something about making love. I was about to say mating, you see. Making love, but your intimacy being sweet. Being sweet towards each other. This is going to help some of you to conceive. So, let's get into the reading. I want to start by getting a few spirit baby poems from my deck for the collective. So what does the collective need to hear right now, spirit? When it comes from messages from their spirit babies. A few cards, please, spirit. I'm hearing it again. They're just playing Ariana Grande, Sweetener in my head over and over. Some of you could have like just been listening to it. Or maybe you put like a certain soundtrack on while you and your partner are being intimate. So we have cheaper by the dozen, one of the largest families on our street. We're basically a football team. This was both your dream to be that open door where souls need worry no more. Biological, adopted, fostered, you name it, we've got it all. Like the Brady Bunch. Blended families are welcome too. Only downside, there'll always be someone in the loo. So some of you guys could already have had children when you met your partner, or your partner already had children when you came together. So you could be a blended family where you both already have kids, but now you're you want to be adding to your family, bringing more through. I'm hearing you want to mix your bloodlines with this person. So you both could have already had kids, but now you're wanting to mix your bloodline with this person and bring this soul through. But some of you could be foster parents or adoptive parents. Maybe you've always had that dream that you want to adopt or be that foster home, kind of like that. I'm seeing they're showing me a bridge, so kind of like that bridge before a child then goes off to their adoptive family. Some of you guys could have always had that dream. Maybe you feel like it's part of your purpose to be a foster home. What else, Spirit? But again, where they were saying like play music that gets the whole household dancing. So a lot of you guys could live with like different generations within your home. So maybe you live with your parents or with your grandparents, or maybe some of you already have kids and you have that blended family, and your home could just be that hub where maybe like your neighbours and your community are constantly in your house. It's like that open door. Your home could be that hub. Okay, and this poem says, cushions, 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 I like the way they feel. Soft and squishy, this is not a drill. A male figure is a firefighter. He really doesn't like lighters, or smoking for that matter, but he does enjoy a good food platter. I do too. We go on plenty of picnics and take photos of the moon. I'll be due soon. Mummy's been preparing the nest. Daddy's been running lots of tests. Getting ready in our own ways. You're about to be amazed. So some of you could already be pregnant. And I am, again, they keep showing me a blending of families. So a lot of you will be a blended family where either you or your partner had children from before and now you're coming together. And I feel like this child is gonna completely solidify, like you're already very together. That's why that song was coming through. You're already very connected, but this child coming through is going to solidify your connection and your family. It's like when people say they're not done yet, they feel like they need to have another child. And when that child comes through, they feel like their family is then complete. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Someone could be a firefighter. That's come through on that poem. And a lot of you guys could enjoy doing a lot of things outside, a lot of adventures outside. I'm hearing adventure trail. So maybe, you know, like when on Easter, people will hide Easter eggs around the garden and have like an Easter egg hunt. But I'm hearing adventure trail. So maybe you create a lot of adventure trails, things like that within your home, within your garden for your kids, or you will be doing this in the future. What else, Spirit? Can I get another poem, please? No? Okay. Another poem, please. Thank you. This one. This one says, ribbit, ribbit went the tiny frog as he hopped along and over a log. Don't look, Mum, it might make you sick. Many textures and smells are being repelled. I know you don't like slime, but I will once Earthside. It's fun and gooey, stretchy too. I'll also enjoy throwing things in the loo. You'll want to scream and shout, but instead you'll laugh it out. No one can stay mad at my cute face. At least that's what Auntie says. So again, a lot of you could already be pregnant. So you could be doing the wives' tales to try and find out the gender. Maybe you wanted to keep the gender a surprise, but you still, it's like you can't help yourself and you still want to try and see if it's going to be a boy or a girl. I always say the mother, particularly the mother, because you're growing the baby within your womb, deep down you know. Deep down you know what gender you're having, but Spirit do like to cloak things and keep things a secret, especially when it comes to pregnancy, especially when it comes to birth and children. And I will say, like, even when I do personal readings for clients, I've had a few clients come back to me who let me know that they have conceived, and they'll like share like a scanned photo, but then they'll also let me know what gender it is. A few of them have said like it's the gender that you said will be coming next, and even I'm surprised that Spirit allowed me to see sometimes that the gender will be coming next, or a time frame of when they'll be coming through, because I know how much they like to keep that a surprise. They're asking me to share that with you guys for some reason. Some of you could have a sister because the auntie came through, or you just have those friends in your life that you choose as your sister within this lifetime. There'll be a very significant auntie around you within your children's life who's going to be very, very protective. I'm seeing a reel of a reel of a woman where she's on the phone, like FaceTime or a video call with her sister and her sister's little baby, and the baby is like the proper like trying to talk, and they're like talking as if they're angry. They're obviously a little baby. Then she starts taking her hoops out, her earrings out. She's like, right, who's her auntie's baby? That's coming through for someone. They're gonna be very, very protective of your kids. And of you, I'm getting. You're very close to this person. It could be a sister. It could just be that friend that you call a sister. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more poem, please, from this deck? They're saying 2 more. Okay. 2 more poems from this deck, please. What do the collective need to hear right now? I'm just staring at the sunflowers as they shuffle. So some of you guys could love having sunflowers around your home. Or there could be something you've bought with a sunflower print for your spirit baby. Or maybe you want the room to have, like, there could be a sunflower that you want painted on a wall. But there's something about sunflowers coming through. It's very, very significant. It could be a favourite flower of yours. It's this on the front. I was staring at the sunflowers. Okay, so this one says, love is in the air. It's important I know you care. Through the love language of touch, cuddles, kisses and attention, I just can't get enough. I'll never fight the night if you kiss and hold me tight. That always does the trick in getting me to sleep. I come in peace even when being naughty. Mummy and Daddy only see the angel in me. Dennis the Menace is what others refer to me as. That doesn't necessarily mean I will be a lad. Cartoons and animation spark my imagination. I'll be a natural actor, got that star factor. Enjoy the company of older kids, they show me their cool tricks. Mountain bikes and skateboards interest me. Daddy buys me knee pads so I won't bruise easy. You live and you learn is my motto. Granddad sure does love playing the lotto. I feel like, again, I'm getting a very solid connection coming through, like a very solid partnership. So a lot of you could call your partner, your baby daddy, your soulmate. I feel like you would call them your soulmate or a divine counterpart. But for most of you, I feel like you have found your soulmate. You are with your soulmate. And that's coming through very, very strongly. It's a very solidified connection. And I feel like you guys, your love language together, your connection, the energy of your connection, that love language is very much of touch. And the spirit baby coming through, because it said so on the poem, they're going to be very connected to that love language as well. So they're going to be always, you're going to have that baby that's always going to want to be held and be in your arms. And it is natural. But some babies are more okay with being put down. But I feel like this baby coming through next for you guys is going to always want to be on you or on your partner. And I'm seeing people, you're doing the skin to skin. So I'm seeing people with their tops off. So you're always going to be skin to skin. You're always going to have them on you. And you're really going to enjoy this as well. For some of you, I feel like this will be your last child coming through. For those of you that already have kids and you just, you feel like you need to bring this another soul you feel like you need this soul to come through and then your family is complete. That's coming through for someone. So this could be your last child and you could already have quite a few children. Because I'm seeing like a household with a lot of children within it. Or you could be that foster home. What else, Spirit? We have Egyptian eyes, supernatural disguise. Look out for the scarab beetle. The Mummy movie comes to mind. That speaks of an ancient curse broken by one true love. Only God can write this stuff. Or those that can channel divine lines. I got mine, the script was delivered right on time. A significant role I will play to bring in a brand new day. Yeah, it says here. That speaks of an ancient curse broken by one true love. So a lot of you are with your true love. You are with your soulmate. And you know this. You know that this is the person for you. You could have experienced love at first sight, or maybe your partner did. And they may not, they obviously, I don't feel like they told you at first because they didn't want to freak you out. They were still trying to understand what the connection was. But I feel like now, like down the line, they would have said to you, like, I knew that you were the person for me. I knew you were the one as soon as I laid eyes on you. And they could have even have felt this like on your first date within like 10 minutes or like half an hour of your first date. They could have felt like, yeah, this is the one, or I'm going to be having children with this person. They could have even have said that to you, which deck next. Like, this is the person that I'll be having children with, or be having more children with. What else? And they're putting a celebrity couple in my mind. So it's Christina Milian and then her man, her partner, her husband. They're putting those two in my mind. They are from different races. They're also from different countries, different cultures. She's American And then he is, I think he's French, but they're bringing this couple into my mind. And I remember watching an interview with her speaking, and she did open up about their connection, and she did say that I feel like he said on the first date or the first few dates, like, we will have a son, or we will have sons. So someone could have said this to you, like, on your first date, or quite soon in your connection, like, we're going to have children together. I know we're destined to have children together. They could be very, very psychic. And again, there's like this aspect of your guys' connection. It's like star-crossed lovers. I'm hearing star-crossed lovers. What else, Spirit? Some of you could be in the public eye. You could be influencers, or maybe Jesus. Or maybe it's your partner that's in the public eye. This one. They're saying no to put it back. Can I get one card at a time, please, Spirit? Thank you. We have spell manifestation. So you called each other in, and you may have felt like when you got together with this person that it feels like a spell, or maybe now as your connection's developing, as you're both getting older and as you're both growing together, because you could have been childhood sweethearts. Remember that song came through, it's called Sweetener, and I'm hearing childhood sweethearts. Sweethearts, you could be. I said sweethearts. Some of you may say that to your partner. Maybe that's like a nickname that you use, sweethearts. But anyway, you may have felt like your connection was a spell. Or maybe they have you under a spell. That's maybe what you felt like. Or they could say this to you, like, you've got me under a spell. What have you done to me? But you definitely called each other in, and you manifested each other. And your spirit baby acted as Cupid. It's why that they were talking about hanging like Cupid ornaments everywhere, because I see spirit babies as Cupids, and they as cherubs and as Cupids, but they do play Cupid. You know, the little cherub angel with a bow and arrow. They do play Cupid when it comes to bringing parents together. Even if it's karmic in nature, the connection and the karmic debt that is owed between the two people is just having children together. But this is not what's coming through in this reading. This is very much soulmates. This is your person. This is your soulmate. We have here cloak, concealment. So for some of you, this pregnancy could have been cloaked. They're bringing up a reading that I did previously, which was called Cryptic pregnancy. So some of you could experience that, cryptic pregnancy, where maybe you don't actually realise you're pregnant to quite a few months in. You might go to the doctors for something else, and then they tell you you're like 4 or 5 months pregnant. So that could come through for some of you, and maybe that reading has significant if you feel drawn to watching it. What else, Spirit? I feel like your connection to each other was very much cloaked in order to protect it. And for some of you, your pregnancy will be protected, so it will be cloaked. So maybe some of you won't realise you're pregnant, because if you found out sooner, you may tell other people who spirit don't want you telling. There's something about protecting this pregnancy, protecting your womb. I'm getting for a lot of you as well to not be showing your belly when you are pregnant. Like, I feel like a lot of you will be covering your womb and your bump. Like, because now they're showing me like a headscarf or a headband. So, you know, some people will cover their hair, or they'll cover their third eye and their crown for spiritual purposes, just to protect their energy. I feel like you guys will be doing that, but with your womb, with your bump. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing Sweetener again. They just keep playing that song by Ariana Grande, Sweetener. One more card, please, from this deck. What does the collective need to hear right now? Some of you could be called Sweetness by your partner. Maybe it's a nickname. There's like very like cutesy, almost make you want to be sick kind of nicknames. And maybe they know that it makes you feel sick, because one of you could be more like lovey-dovey than the other, and the other person may be a bit more detached. So you know it winds them up, so they do it on purpose. Or you do it on purpose to your partner. One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. We have water cleansing. I don't know if I can show this card. Hold on. Looks like that. So they're about by a fountain, and they're in the water, and they're being cleansed. And I feel like this is what your connection does with you and your partner. It purifies you. It cleanses you. Some of you could love to be intimate together outside, but particularly in water. So you could have been intimate together in a stream like this, in water, or in a like a hot tub, an outside hot tub in a hotel. I'm getting for some of you. Some of you could just enjoy doing it in the shower. Maybe you take baths together. So I'm seeing somebody else like put the sponge on somebody else's body and kind of wash their body, so you could enjoy taking baths together. But I feel like this is where a lot of you are going to conceive this spirit baby within water. And this spirit baby could be a water sign, or they just have very watery energy about them. This deck? Nope, this one. What do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? We have yellow, joy and happiness. And this is that energy that I'm getting from your guys' connection, but also from this spirit baby coming through. Because obviously they chose you to be their parents, and they chose you for a reason, because you're together, you're very high vibrational. You're high vibrational on your own. You're two whole people coming together, but together you're something else. Together you're more powerful. They're saying two is better than one. And this spirit baby coming through is going to be very connected to what's sacred. They're going to be huge protectors and lovers of what's sacred in this world. Maybe they're very fond of certain sacred sites of, like they're showing me like Stonehenge, something similar to Stonehenge. They could be very fond of certain sacred sites. And I feel like a lot of them are going to have past life memories that they tell you about at a very young age. They're showing me a book, and it's called Old Souls. And it has like different accounts of children who remember their past lives. That book could be significant for you guys. You could have just read it, or maybe your spirit baby coming through, they could be part of a book like this, Old Souls. But they're very, very sacred, and they're of a very high vibration. Yellow could be significant. Again, yellow, as it says on the card, joy and happiness. This is that energy that yellow gives off, the colour of yellow. And I also love how it's a neutral colour that is used when it comes to children. So if you don't know what gender you have, and people tend to buy a lot of yellow stuff. So some of you guys could already have been doing that. But there's butterflies on the card. Obviously, butterflies represent transformation and change, and gaining your wings. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few more cards from this deck? Nope. Didn't want those two. A few more cards from this deck. What do the collective need to hear when it comes to their spirit baby? We have endings. You are held. I thought it said you are hello. You are held. Endings. So you guys have been on a long path, like I'm seeing a bridge, more so a bridge than a path. You've been walking across this bridge and you've made it. And you've been walking across this bridge hand in hand with this person. And you could have met this person like on the end of the bridge is when they came into your life, because that's when you were both in alignment to each other and you called each other in. Towards the end of this bridge is when you met them, and hand in hand, and now you're walking into the sunset together, into this beautiful horizon together, and you're going to create a beautiful life for yourself and for your children. And any children that you house or home, they're saying, maybe some of you work for like social service, or work for the government, or maybe you work for like an adoption or a fostering agency, and maybe this is just a dream of yours and you feel like this is part of your purpose, to be that home for orphans, for children who don't have anyone. I'm hearing we have blessings and thanks, abundant universe. This is literally what your home will be like. There's always going to be something baking in the oven. I'm smelling like fresh bread. I'm smelling cookies. Some of you could be bakers, or maybe you just really enjoy baking. But I'm hearing fresh produce. So you always make sure you've got organic. You want to know what's going into your food. Like, you want to know what you're buying, where it's come from. Now I'm hearing pesticides. You could be someone who researches and makes sure that your food and what you're buying doesn't have any pesticides in where it's grown and how it's grown. What else, Spirit? So you're very, very mindful of what you put into your body. You treat your body as a sacred vessel. And this spirit baby will need you to do that, particularly to help you conceive. But when you're pregnant, you need to be treating your body as a sacred vessel in order to house this soul, because they're very, very high vibrational. And they don't, they're saying they don't want any crap in your system. Because obviously when you're growing the fetus, whatever the mum eats, the baby eats. Whatever the mum is made up of, the baby is made up of. Jesus. And we have leadership, answer the call. Yeah, I feel a lot of you are realizing like parts of your purpose. Obviously our purpose isn't like our whole purpose. What we came here to do in this lifetime isn't just revealed to us all at once. I often find that there's certain doors that open, or certain gates that you need to walk through first, and then you get to the next step and the next step and the next step, and then you had those aha moments and those realizations, and you realize what you came here for. And maybe your purpose shifts and it changes like throughout your lifetime, but I feel like a lot of you are realizing, you're at a huge realization of why you came here. And for a lot of you, it is connected to children. It could be connected to being an adoptive parent or a foster parent. But I love how they're holding this beautiful sacred flame. They're holding this lantern and this light, and at the end, they're about to walk up this staircase that is leading to this sacred flame, that is leading to this light. So a lot of you guys have really ignited yourself. And again, I'm staring at the yellow. So your aura at present could have a lot of yellow within it, because you're really connecting to the Christ consciousness that exists within you. A lot of you could be healers. I'm hearing practitioner. You could be healers. We have go with the flow, paddle on. And that's exactly what you've been doing. You were going with the flow, but you were going with the flow with intention. Wherever you go, I feel like wherever you guys walk, wherever you step, the next step you take, you're always doing it with intention. You're always asking yourself, okay, what's my intention with this? Why am I doing this? So you get to the root of your triggers, things that trigger you and how other people trigger you. You always want to get to the root, because you really want to understand yourself, because you know you're here for your soul's development, and you want to be in control of yourself. You want to have that self-mastery of yourself, because you know this is a key to you being free, but it's also a key to you being sovereign, and you want to be that example. I'm hearing good mother, good mother. I want to be that good mother. You want to be that example. You don't want to forsake yourself when you have children, so you're very connected to who you are and your identity, or you made sure that you were very connected to who you were and your identity. You made sure you found yourself before you had kids. That's coming through for someone. This deck. Can I get a few cards from this deck? What does the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? They're saying if you feel like you're not quite there yet, you will get there. You see here how the boat is like it's entering in to a different section of the water. So you're very close. So do not give up at the last hurdle. You're very, very close. That feeling like you've gotten there, or feeling like you've reached a milestone or a goal, or you're successful at something. You're very, very close. It's like you're entering a new gateway now, or a new door, a new stream, a new path. They're saying. What else, Spirit? Summer, expansion, growth. I love how we have the bee again. We got the sunflowers. So sunflowers and bees are very, very significant. It could be a favourite flower of yours. But I associate sunflowers with spirit baby, so it is a great omen. That's why I put it on the front of my automatic writing poems, because I connect sunflowers with spirit babies. They're now bringing out, I used to live with my granddad in the last year of his life. And when I was walking to the station, wherever I would go anywhere, there was these huge sunflowers that would always be outside the station, particularly at summertime. So some of you guys could pass by somebody's house. They could have huge sunflowers in their garden. You always notice them. But I feel like sunflowers are connected to your spirit baby and how your spirit baby talks to you. They may talk to you through a lot of yellow flowers, particularly sunflowers, and also bees, because this is that vibration that they hold. They're a very, very sacred soul, a very ascended soul. And they've come here to remind humanity to be respectful of what is sacred. To trust the sacred path. And remember that every single human being is sacred. Every single human being holds that spark, that sacred flame of the divine. What else, Spirit? But you could be having summer babies. What else, Spirit? This one says leaves, renewal, revival, progress, and it has a dragonfly on the card. It also kind of looks like a crystal grid. You see, it looks like someone's created a crystal grid. So maybe you guys do this. You could create a crystal grid. Or maybe when you were younger, you could have enjoyed playing in the garden outside. And maybe you would you would make maps out of nature. So you could have used like stones and leaves and twigs and things. This is what I'm saying. You could have made like ancient maps. But really you was tapping into your soul. To a remembrance of your soul. Where your soul had been before. And you may have placed like certain leaves and sticks and plants in like a north, south, east, west. Now they're showing me a compass, north, south, east, west. But I feel like this spirit baby is going to be doing things like that. There's something about your childhood and things that you did that you may have considered were weird, but now you realise when you were actually very, very tapped in. Your spirit baby is going to be mirroring parts of your childhood and things that you did when you were a child. Just bash my mic. We have here seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. Again, it looks like some sort of grid that is being created. So you guys could create like crystal grids in your home. Maybe you have. So something that looks like this that you place the crystals on, or maybe you just use different elements of earth and you create certain grids to connect with Mother Earth and connect with the elemental realm, I'm hearing. But seed, so some of you guys planted a seed and now that seed has come to fruition. I'm seeing a dandelion. Are those dandelions? Is that why? Yeah, it is. Obviously, dandelion is that plant that you blow on while you're making a wish. And again, I'm hearing intention. So you set the intention and then it will bloom. But a lot of you guys, you could have been like switching up your diet, or maybe your partner was, in order to help your fertility. That did come through on one of the old wives' tales, like certain foods that are connected to fertility. So if you haven't been already, I would research certain like foods. I'm hearing nuts and oils and herbs that are connected with fertility. Things that you can ingest that you'll be eating, that you, or maybe like a oil, like an omega-3 or something I'm seeing that someone could be taking that will help with both women's fertility health and then men with their sperm count. Some of you could conceive or be due to be given birth in autumn. So we got summer and autumn coming through that are significant. They're asking me to look at the bottom of the deck. We have watering can, asking for help, sharing burdens. Again, there's a buzzy bee and there's little yellow flowers that are on that card. But I do feel like you and your partner, you pour into yourself. You water each other, you pour into each other. Obviously, relationships aren't always 50-50. Sometimes they can be 40-60, 70-30, whatever. But you're always pouring into each other and you take turns. Maybe if one of you feels depleted, the other will pour in more or take more of the burden, more stuff that maybe needs to get done around the house. And then it will switch. So there is this balance coming through with you and your partner. And this is what this spirit baby needs. They need to be born into a household that has this kind of balance. What else, spirit? We have healer of emotion. This is a time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is kind, tender-hearted, loving, and a trustworthy friend. They're saying auntie. This is connected to the auntie. So some of you guys, when this baby comes through, there's going to be a sister. Or maybe you've got like a few sisters or those friends that you consider as sisters that are going to be around you. I'm hearing team. So you're putting in that teamwork. So particularly when you first given birth, when you have a newborn, and maybe when your partner has to go back to work and you'll be at home, these sisters and these friends will be around you and you're going to be a team. So some of you could be new parents. This could be your first child. I'm getting some of you, this would be like your last child that will be joining your family. For others of you, this is the beginning, so this is the first child. Can I get one more card, please, from this deck? Thank you. Guardian of action. You see how here, let me show you him. He's got his hands, his white gloves around like the stomach area. And there's like that red sash that is around it. This is what I'm seeing when it comes to you protecting your womb and protecting your pregnant belly. So a lot of you may actually get that intuition, that feeling that you actually don't want to be showing your belly and getting it out everywhere. Maybe you won't you won't post pictures of yourself pregnant online. I feel like you may keep it a secret. You may keep it to yourself just to protect the pregnancy. But we have guardian of action. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun, so move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. And again, I'm staring at the yellow flowers. I feel like some of you are being pushed into being, I'm hearing Leo era. You're being pushed into your Leo area. So you're being asked to be the main character of your show. And this is what this spirit baby needs as an example, for you to be standing in your power, to be sovereign, to not afraid to be out there, speak your truth and share your story. This is what they need. They keep saying they need that example. They need that example. And you are being that example. But for some of you, just may need that last push for you to really step out there, go on stage. I keep being shown a stage with a spotlight on you. I'm hearing TED Talk. Maybe some of you will be asked to share your story on a TED Talk or some sort of platform like that. I'm going to get some charms. I'm just going to pause it because it is loud. Okay, so I grabbed some charms for you guys. We have baby in yellow. So yellow is significant. Again, like just looking at yellow, it is very, very uplifting color. I do feel like a lot of you and this baby coming through is going to have a lot of yellow, a lot of gold within the energy body, within the auric field. So a lot of people you may notice may stare at you already in general, but then when you have that bump, I feel like a lot of people are just going to be staring at your bump. And that may be why some of you would choose to cover it, because you don't like people staring so intensely at your bump. Maybe they don't even realize that they're staring like that. But we have a flower here, pink flower. So flowers are significant. You guys could love having flowers within your home. There's something about the room, the baby's room. I'm hearing nursery, their nursery. It's going to have flowers. Maybe you'll paint like sunflowers or different coloured flowers on the walls. Or it could have a flower photo in there, like a portrait. Some of you could get photos done of you when you are pregnant, and you could be wearing something that's floral that has flowers over it. Or maybe you hold flowers, like it could be covering certain, you could use the flowers to cover certain things. That's coming through for someone. We have a hot dog. So some of you guys could really enjoy eating hot dogs. I'm hearing vegan dogs. So some of you guys could be vegan. That's coming through for someone. We have, it looks like a pretzel or some sort of donut, but it's in the shape of a heart. So this is representing that connection that you have, unconditional love between not just you and the spirit baby coming through, but you and your partner. Like your household has a lot of love. You could be foodies, some of you guys. There's a few food things that have come through. We have drink me. Some of you guys could enjoy like making your own herbal tonics, like healing tonics. Maybe when you have flu or people in your house have a cold or a flu, you could. Cause I'm seeing like turmeric, ginger, lemon, like boiling in a pot. So someone's making this kind of tonic, like a healing tonic. We have the snake, which is connected to shredding old skin, and out with the old and in with the new. I'm hearing out with the old and in with the new. Some of you guys could be doing spring cleans around your home. I'm seeing someone folding baby clothes, so you could be going through old baby clothes if you already have children, getting rid of those, donating those, and making way for the new baby to come through. We have, what is this? What is that? Oh, I think it's a sloth. I had it the wrong way and I couldn't see its face. I think it's a sloth. So you guys, you could live in a country that has sloths within it. Obviously, we don't have them here in the UK. Or you could be connected to that spirit animal, what it means. I feel like they're asking me to Google. Hold on. Okay, so I've Googled, and the first thing that's come out about the sloth spirit animal: generous, clear-sighted, patient, calm, and thoughtful. The spirit animal of the sloth gives you all the keys you need to feel good about yourself. They want that last part read again. The spirit animal of the sloth gives you all the keys you need to feel good about yourself. So they're wanting you to be feeling good. I'm hearing rest and rejuvenation, and that one of the old wives' tales said not to be like lifting heavy things. Some of you guys could already be pregnant, and you need to kind of just stop and chill out. Maybe you're doing too much. You might be trying to get stuff ready around the house. You may be doing too much, and your partner could be saying like, to stop. I'll do it when I get in, or tell me when you need something done, and I'll do it. And maybe you feel bad about putting too much on them, but they're like, you're growing a whole life inside of you. You need to stop, and you need to relax and just focus on that. Focus on you and baby being healthy. We have a fan. I have a fan here. I feel like I'm seeing like a masquerade ball, someone wearing a mask, and you have a fan. So maybe you enjoy going to like themed parties. Some of you could have, maybe you even met like your divine counterpart at like this kind of party. Like you could have been wearing masks, or maybe you had a fan. I'm just seeing someone dressed up. And now they're showing me the movie Cinderella. Is it Cinderella, or is it a Cinderella story? A Cinderella story. They're showing me that movie. But anyway, obviously she goes to the ball, and she's in the beautiful wedding dress gown, and she has the mask on. So that's coming through. So it could be a favourite film of yours. Some of you could have met at college, met at school, or met at university. We have this one. I'm hearing Mayat. This one, which I take as justice and also balance. I'm getting that saying of the heart, you know, the weighing of the heart being as light as the feather or lighter than the feather. That's coming through. So a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of work on your heart and releasing any trauma and I'm hearing any grief that was like kind of weighing your heart down, or was maybe turning your heart cold and a bit bitter in the past. You've done so much work on healing your heart and putting it back together, I'm hearing. So some of you guys had experienced a lot of heartbreak before you came into union with this person, or maybe you lost a lot of loved ones and you experienced a lot of grief, because they were saying grief. It could also be to do with like miscarriage and not conceiving. That can cause grief and heartache. We have a star here, but it also looks like a wand, like a fairy godmother wand. And again, Cinderella. So Cinderella is significant, but a lot of you guys, you're about to get your wish, because the dandelion was coming through. You're about to get your wish. A wish is coming true for you, and obviously for a lot of you, this will be conceiving. Your child, your spirit baby, will be coming through Earthside. And then we also have, oh, I love this. We have a key with a heart. The key with the heart on. That's why they were wanting me to read the sloth part twice, I guess. So the key is very significant. You have found that key to yourself. You know you are the key to yourself. So you are sovereign and you are free. They're saying it twice. You are sovereign and you are free. And you are going to be that example of how to love yourself and how to go after what it is you want in this world. Go after your dreams. You are going to be that example to your children, to this spirit baby. So you will be that example that they need. Let me just get some dice. How many dice? 4. First one. Oh, Jesus. It's a trash can. So obviously you've done that work of removing the trash, and I'm hearing the trash takes itself out. The trash takes itself out. So you may find when you conceive, when you are pregnant, some people will be removed from your life. Or maybe you remove yourself from their life, but some people around you will be removed. Again, I'm getting the spring clean. So some of you do need to do a spring clean on things around your home. This can also include your phone. I spring clean my phone, so I get rid of old photos. Maybe people who aren't in my life anymore that I don't want. But I'll get rid of old conversations or maybe notes, just stuff in my phone that doesn't need to be there. I'll spring clean my phone. That's coming through for someone. Where'd that go? I'm being shown something from a horror movie. You know, like someone, you know, like something will be hiding under the bed, and then someone will drop something, and they put their hand down. They're trying to reach to get it, and then they manage to get it without noticing that something's under the bed, so it doesn't pop out and like kill them. Some of you could enjoy watching horror movies or movies like that. There could be a scene like that within a film, but we have it's tea and coffee. Tea, coffee, just a hot beverage is coming through. So some of you guys could enjoy drinking coffee and tea, herbal teas. Maybe you need, I'm hearing caffeine hit. So maybe you need coffee and caffeine in the morning before you can get anything done. What else, Spirit? Let's do it over here so it doesn't bounce everywhere. We got book. The book. I love seeing books, particularly in spirit baby readings, because to me it symbolises a soul contract. It also symbolises like Akashic records, your soul's records, and being at that point of divine time where this spirit baby can come through. So I take this as a sign that their soul contract is almost ready for them to be joining you Earthside. But you could also enjoy reading books, and you'll really enjoy reading books to your spirit baby coming through. Now I'm seeing like a bookshelf that's kind of connected to a bed, but there's a bookshelf connected to the bed and it's got all of their books in. So maybe you design and create this kind of bed for them within their room. What else, Spirit? We have a campfire and a flame. So again, you guys could really enjoy being outdoors and doing things outdoors. I'm hearing adventure trail again. So you could set up these adventure trails, or maybe you just visit them with your kids and take them on these adventure trails, because you want them outside, you want them breathing in fresh air, and you want them mingling with the natural world. It's like you want them understanding nature, understanding the elemental world. But that's coming through. Some of you guys could have gone on dates with your partner. I'm seeing like s'mores, you know, where they put the marshmallows over the campfire. You could go on dates like this, under the night sky. Is that it, Spirit? They're saying to get one. I can get one more poem, so I'll get one more poem for you guys. Can we finish off the reading with one more poem, please? Thank you. Okay, so this one says, gender reveal, crowds gather as the balloon goes pop. Everyone jumps and screams. The kids are more interested in their ice creams. I'm exactly who my parents thought I'd be. The pink confetti scatters. Mummy and daddy couldn't be gladder. So a lot of you guys, you could have always felt like the first child you have or the next child coming through, that this spirit baby would be a little girl. But this line is what has significance here. I'm exactly who my parents thought I'd be. So whatever gender you feel like will be coming through next, you'll be spot on. That is the gender that's coming through next. But that is all the messages that is coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I will see you in another video.